Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about bank functions. Bank is one of the business service. It removes the hindrance of finance for the organization. When any organization require finance, or if they have an insufficient resource, they can approach the banks. Then the banks can provide them in the form of loans, overdrafts, or a cash credit. Now let us learn about the term bank, how it has been derived. The bank has been derived from a French word known as a banco, which means benches. That means the Jewish people of Lombard used to transact the business on the benches. That is why it is known as a banco, which now known as a bank. Now let us see about what the Regulation Act, how it has defined the bank. According to Bank Regulation Act 1949, accepting for the purpose of lending. That means it is accepting the deposits from the public, and whatever the money accepted from the public is given for the lending for the businessman in the form of loans. And when it is accepted from the public, and it is also payable when the amount is demanded, it is repayable on the demand. That means it is the bank function is telling it accepting for the purpose of lending and repayable on a demand. Now let us see the functions of bank. We have four functions like acceptance of money. The second one is lending. Third one is agency function. Fourth one is general utility service. Let us discuss first one as acceptance of money deposits from the public. That means the money is accepted from the public in the form of deposits. That is the main source or funds of the bank. It is accepting the deposits from the public in the form of like a current account, savings account, fixed deposits, or a recurring deposits, and it is repayable on the demand of the public, and it is shown on the liability side of the bank. Then the second function is about a lending. So when they are accepting the deposits from the public, how they are able to pay the interest to the public? The bank should also get the money from where they are able to get the money to pay the interest. Now let us see in the lending. That means here the banks are accepting the deposit from the public. Whatever the accepted money, they are not giving complete amount aside, but some portion of amount they are keeping aside as a contingency as per the Reserve Bank of India to maintain the cash reserve ratio. The other remaining major portion of amount is given as a loan to the businessman at a higher rate of interest. That means when they are accepting the deposits from the public 1,000 rupees, they are going to pay only interest 10 rupees. But when they are going to give loans to the businessman for 1,000 rupees, they are collecting a 15 rupees. That means 5 rupees they are benefited. This is known as a spread. That means the difference between rate of interest allowed on the deposit and the rate of interest charged on the loan is called as a spread. It is the main source of income for a bank. This is about a lending. The third function is agency function. Agency function means bank perform certain functions on behalf of the customer. Like on behalf of the customer, the bank may collect or make a payments of bills, checks, interest, dividends, rents. That means you can pay your bills, electrical bills, or you can pay your LIC policy premium amounts, or you can get your dividends. That means on behalf of the customer, the bank is on behalf of the customer, the bank is able to collect or make a payments. The second function is it is in the agency function, the second point is on customer will. It is the bank is acting as an executor, trustee, and attorney. That means when you are want to keep your wills in the bank is acting as an executor on your customer will, trustee as a attorney also. The third function is it is working as like bank is working as a correspondent, agent, and representative for the clients. That means if I require any home loan or a house loan or any other car loan, the bank is able to send me the correspondents or agents or representatives regarding the information. So the bank is working as a correspondent, agent, and representative for the clients. The last function is general utility service. In the last function, the first point is about letter of credit. Suppose when the letter of credit is given to the bank, to the customer, when suppose if I am an importer, I am importing goods from a Singapore, the exporter may not know my credit worthiness. He may ask me for the letter of credit. So then I will request my bank to give a letter of credit so that I can give it to the exporter. That means a letter of credit is given on the request of the importer to the exporter. The next point is regarding bank draft and travel checks. That means here when we are traveling to the other country, as currency differs from one country to other country, we can't carry our currency. So the banks are providing us with the travel checks, as well as nowadays even travel cards, and as well as bank drafts are provided. Next one is acceptance or collection of foreign bills of exchange. That means whenever the foreign bills of exchange come into existence, it will be accepted and even it will be collected by the banks. The last one in our general utility service is bank will arrange even a safety deposit lockers for our valuable items like jewelries, and valuable items can be deposited in our safety lockers by charging some service charges in the bank. These are all the functions of a bank. Thank you.